Now, guys, did we just witness the worst officiating game in the USL Championship? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. But before we get into it, welcome to the USL Insight, where we talk about news happening around the USL Championship. And if you're a fan of the championship, please give this video a like because it really helps with the algorithm and we could get more exposure of this league out there. Now, Louisville City headed to Hartford Athletic to go play over the weekend, and this game pretty much had it all. It had drama, controversy, red cards, and honestly, that's the beauty of the game. You want to see these types of games where it's intense. What I really want to focus on is, just the refereeing and kind of shed a light on as to what happened. One of the biggest controversies is that there was a missed penalty in favor of Lou City. Now, when you watch this replay, you clearly see studs up. The Hartford Athletic defender clearly has his studs up, misses the ball completely. It doesn't get called. So that right there is like, okay, of course people are going to get mad over that and there's going to be controversy. And you kind of have to ask yourself, would you guys be in favor of bringing in VAR into the USL Championship? I understand VAR. I think, it's a way of implementing technology into the game. And I think it would have helped because clearly you would have seen that the studs were up and he missed the ball. Then also another big thing is that you had the referee come and tell a player to F off. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I would like to think that the referee is supposed to be, the big man. It's supposed to be the classy guy. I'm sure trash talk happens in the sport. I'm sure a lot of it happens, but I don't really know if refs get involved in that way of cussing at players. I can see why Danny Cruz is upset about that. I can see why people around social media are upset about that, because as a referee, you're supposed to have the moral high ground. You're supposed to be the guy who, brings order to the game. So if the referee is cussing at a player, how is someone not supposed to be mad at that? Now, I'm not a fan of cussing at all, period. No one should be doing it, in my opinion. It's just tacky. They say that if you cuss, it's because your vocabulary is low. Just because everybody does it, I don't think that everyone should be doing it, or it's an excuse. The referee might be young, and it kind of tells you, if he's doing that, it kind of tells you the times that we are in. I remember there was a time when you had elderly people or older people come and tell kids like, yo, don't cuss like that. Don't talk like that in front of us. But nowadays, I see parents doing it. That just tells you where we are. But going back to the game, a ref shouldn't be telling a player that, period. And it's funny because the USL Championship has come down on players for using foul language and being suspended. So it makes you wonder, can the league come down on the referee and saying, hey, you're going to be suspended? Or does the league have to kind of take this in and be like, well, we can't go against the refs because then other people are going to think that they can attack refs. And, there's other leagues. I'm not sure if in the championship, but I know in other leagues, if you attack refs, the person that attacks them gets fined. It'll be interesting to see what happens out of this. You also had Danny Cruz get a warning because he told one of his players, good job for getting the corner kick. And he got a warning off of that. And that doesn't make any sense because he's just talking to his player on the sideline, which is something that's expected, is it not? So this whole game was just confusion and bad refereeing, and it just makes you think, as the league as a whole, what is going on? Are we going to get better? Are we not going to get better? What kind of referees are coming into the league? It's something that the league has to look at overall. I saw on social media that people were saying, this guy should be fired or whatnot, and I don't know about that. I'm not sure if I'd be a fan of that. Definitely, coming down and saying, hey, what can we do to improve this so that doesn't happen again? Is there maybe something that you have to go through another course or I don't know. Also, I understand that refereeing is tough. It's a tough job because you're going to be the most hated guy on the field by both sides. Both sides of the field are not going to like you. So I also have a sympathy for them. Ask myself, who wants to become a ref, Because like I said, you're not going to be liked. Some team minimum is going to go against what you do. And you're going to have players come around you and encircle you and just talk smack. So I understand that's going to be a tough job. But at the same time, I don't want to get into, conspiracies or none of that. But this game kind of made you think, was he betting? I don't know. It's very easy to fall into that because of how bad it was. Danny Cruz eventually got sent off. Like I said, you had Hartford Athletic go studs up and nothing is called. Lou City is one of the best teams in the league, if not the best, and the payout would be good. There have been other refs caught in betting. Betting is being brought into the game, period. Every game, every sport, betting is accepted now. You have major companies like TV now has or like now ESPN now has its own betting site. You know, it's very easy to fall into that temptation of let me put some money into this game. I'm officiating. The payout could be big. I understand that's just controversy or conspiracy, you know, but it'd be foolish not to say that it has happened before. Refs have been caught doing this type of thing. I'm not saying that that's what he did, but you be the judge. But yeah, this whole game, like I said, had everything. What'd you guys think about the whole thing? Was it good? Was it bad? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And with that, I will see you guys all on the next one.